Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500 and welcome back to an update video. This video is about having your Blue and Me repaired. I've updated this video. This will be the third time I've updated this video. Previous videos have explained how to get the Blue and Me unit out by taking out the side panel, removing the seat base, removing the seats, everything, not the seats as such, not the backs, but the base, taking the seat belt off the top. And you have to take out a seat belt, a rear seat belt anchor point, which often snaps. If you've looked at doing this, you know, you may well have seen the other video. This is an update to that video. So I am still repairing Blue and Me units. The vast majority of them do repair. If you want your Blue and Me repaired, I'm your person to do it. If you email me, paul@love500.co.uk, I will send you a form to fill in that you send off with your Blue and Me. Let me show you the better way of getting it out without having to take that side panel off. Now there is a video out there by Car Salvage 101 and I'll link to it in this video, which again will show you basically what I'm going to be doing here. But let me just briefly explain how you do it. This is the easy way of getting it out. So the most common faults, if your Bluetooth is faulty, your flashing mileage. Now the flashing mileage might not always be a broken Bluetooth. If the module at some point has become disconnected, and of course it can be any module, it's just 99% usually it is the Bluetooth that gets disconnected. It may have reconnected again, but the car throws a wobbly and tells you that it's been disconnected, even if it stays disconnected, and flashes the mileage to let you know. Now sometimes disconnecting the battery for 10 minutes might help, usually not, but it does sometimes work. Or you can do a proxy alignment using multi-ECU scan or alpha OBD or similar. If that has connection problems, it can't connect to your Bluetooth module needs repairing. So flashing mileage, your Bluetooth obviously doesn't work. You'll press the button on the steering wheel and it should speak to you, and it doesn't, and you can't connect your phone to it, then it's your Bluetooth module. But again, it's worth trying a proxy alignment, and it's worth disconnecting the battery earth terminal just for 10 minutes to try and see if that works. And the other most common, probably the most common out of those three, is a battery drain. If your battery is draining overnight or within a couple of days, up to a week potentially, a lot of people go out and get a new battery, put it on the car, same thing. That's because it's your Blue and Me. Now, a draining Blue and Me can destroy a battery, not just discharge it, because it can destroy it. So you do need a new battery. So the sooner you sort it out, the better. Now, when I receive your Blue and Me module in the post, I test it first to see if it is working. If it's not working, then I'll repair it. If it is working, I'll drop you an email and say I've tested it, there's no charge, it's working fine, and all you need to then do is pay the charge to send it back to you. That's happened on maybe 2 or 3 occasions, and I've done hundreds of these now. The vast majority, they are broken and they need to be repaired. So let me quickly show you an easy way to get these out. This is an update in 2026. So previous videos, which you've probably already watched, will show you how having to take off that back panel and then drill out the rivets. There's an easier way, and I'm just about to show you how to do it. All you need to do is undo a couple of screws, pull off a few panels with poppers. It's much easier. Once you've got those panels removed, it literally takes 5 minutes. Let me quickly show you now how to do that, and then we'll finish off, and hopefully that will show you and empower you to get this out yourself without going to a garage. A lot of people have been to garages and it's cost them £200–300 just to have the module removed. You can do it yourself in a few minutes. Let's go. As I previously explained, so you don't have to get that out. The seatbelt bolt, which is down there, often snaps. So a lot of people will cut around that with a knife or with a multi-tool, so they don't have to do it. But you don't need to do that. You can do it by just pushing. I need to push those headrests down. You just flap the seat back down. You can take the seat base out, which makes those seats go a little bit lower. Now my seat base is already out because I've cleaned it. So I'm going to take it back out again as it's not bolted in. All you do is you drop this off. You've got a screw just there, and you've got a screw just there. Take those screws off. That will then drop down, get it out of the way, and then you can peel back that end of, it's only on poppers, you can peel it back, you can sit in the back, which I'll show you, and you can get your hand down there and get to the bolts. There were 4 8mm bolts. All you need is a socket, an 8mm socket on a little socket wrench like this, and you can do it. They're not usually very tight, so once you get them started, what you can do is you can just use a socket on its own, or potentially just your fingers. Now they're on all 4 corners. The Blue & Me unit is in a cage. All you need to do is remove all of those 4 nuts, try not to drop them. In that wheel arch, which I'll show you in a minute, there is noise deadening foam. It's easier if you take that out to get to the bottom ones. Just remember to put it back in afterwards. You just pull it out. It's not glued in or clipped in, it's just lying there in the bottom. Take it out, just get it out of the way, and then if you do drop any nuts as well, it'll be easier to find them. So let me just take this seat base out, and then I'll show you exactly how we're going to do this. Right, once you've taken that light out, all you need to do is just pull it here, and it will come off on its poppers. And all you've got to do is pull it back like that, just off of its poppers. And down there is the Blue & Me. It's in a cage. Now that you can see, if I can point to it, let me hold that and point to it. That's one of the rivets there, and there's another rivet just there, which on the previous videos I told you to drill out, and there's another one further down as well to take the cage out. Now you don't need to do that. As I say, they are 8mm nuts that it's connected to the cage, and I'll show you it once I've got it out. I'll show you a cage as well. I've got a spare cage indoors, so I'll put a picture of the cage up now as well. So that's the cage it goes in. As you can see, you've got the studs there where the little 8mm nuts go on each one, and it sits in the cage, it sits in the car at an angle like that, not like that. So what we're going to do is we are going to sit in the back of the car here, pull that back, and use our 8mm socket on the wrench. Once we've got each nut started, then all you need to do is take it off, and then either do it by hand or use this just in your fingers like that. So I might have to get in the car to get that. I can't get to it from here, I don't think. Yes, I can. Right, so take this out. All you got to do is pull it, and it will come out like that. So then, if you lose any nuts, you'll be able to get them. Now the thin piece, so it gets thicker down the bottom. The thin piece goes at the front, just so you know when you put it back. So we'll just get that out of the way. What we're going to do now is we're going to get in the car. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to film this, but I will try the best I can. Right, so I have got to find each corner individually. You've got to find each corner, and you find a nut on the corner. Do it by feel, and you can just feel a little 10mm nut. There's the first one. Put it on undo. Where's it gone? There it is. Now this will take, that's really loose, that one. No, it's not on there properly. This takes me, bearing in mind, I've only done about 4 like this. Yeah, it's undone already, and then you can get your fingers on it and undo it. I've only done about 4 of these, 3 or 4, and it takes me about 7 or 8 minutes to do these 4. So that's probably the easiest one I've just done. So that's it, tiny little 8mm. So find your way to the corners of the module, and you will find, just persevere. If you've got one of those little mirrors on a stick, even better, but just persevere, and hopefully you will be able to find all of those nuts. So if you don't want to take this unit out, because you don't want to get it repaired, you just want to, if you've got your batteries discharging or something like that, and you just want to disconnect it, then you can do that as well. You can get your hand in there and disconnect it, but I'll show you how you disconnect it once I've got it out, because it's easier to show you rather than try and explain. So I'm going to pause you for the moment whilst I'll get the other 3 nuts undone, and then we'll come back and show you. Right, there it is, out of the car. So once you've done all those 4 nuts, now that literally took me about 4 or 5 minutes. They came undone really easily. So as you can see, they're on each corner. So all you've got to do, and it's in there at an angle. It's not in there straight, it's in there at an angle. So if you just feel your way around it, you'll feel each nut, and literally a tiniest little turn with the spanner, with the socket, and then it just comes off. And then to get it unplugged, well, you've got a little tab just there. You've got to just depress the tab and then pull that little lever and then just pull it out. Now that's easier to do when you're out of the car. When it's out of the car, it's a little bit more awkward doing it by feel. And there we go, there's your Blue and Me module. So it sort of sits in there like that at an angle, and you can see you've got on each corner, that's where it's fastened, on each corner. Really easy to get that undone. And all you've got to do now is poke that back in and then push all this trim back, feed that cable back through there, put this panel on, which can be tricky, but you'll see when you do it, it's easy. Again, it's poppers. You've got these poppers here. You just have to line them all up and push it all home, do your 2 screws back up, and that's it, job done. Now if you're getting it repaired, as I say, I repair them. If you are going to have it repaired, you send it to me. When you get it back from me, fully repaired, what you do then is you put it back in exactly the same way. Now I've never put one back in, so I imagine it's a little bit more awkward putting it in than it is taking it out. But that's how you get it out. So as you can see, that was quite easy to do. Much, much better. You're not going to break that bolt like like a lot of people do. The bolt that holds the seatbelt in, that has a habit of breaking, and you won't do that with that because you don't need to remove it. So hopefully that has helped. Don't forget, if you want your module repaired, drop me an email, paul@love500.co.uk. I will send you the repair form. That form tells you everything you need to know. Print it out, put it in with your module, send it off to me, and I normally repair them same day, certainly the next day. It depends on when I get it. And I'll send them back by special delivery. So if I receive it one day early enough, I'll repair it that day. I'll send you the invoice, you pay the invoice, I post it that day, you get it back the next day. Couldn't be simpler. £60 plus £8 delivery. It cost me more than £8 to send it to you, but I've kept the price the same as it's always been, even though postage has gone up. And that is about it, all I could say about this, really. So if you want your Blue and Me repaired, send it off to me, but drop me an email first, paul@love500.co.uk, and I'll send you the form. That's it. End of the video. Thanks for watching. Hope this has been helpful. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, hit that button, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and until the next one, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.